Welcome back to Hi Guys, it's your boy BDR, and I'm back with another AQW's video. Now, in this AQW's video, I'm going to be going over the new class that just came out, which is Master Artist slash Master Martial Artist, or MMA. Oh wow, MMA, just peeped that. So yeah, this is like the 13th birthday class that AQW's has released. They started making birthday classes way back in 2011 with Vindicator of Day. Over the years, we've gotten stuff like Chunin, Artifact Hunter, Virus Doom Knight, Arch Paladin, Ultra Omni Knight, and now we're with our 13th birthday class in Martial Artist. Now, I do want to keep in mind this. It's like, as of recent, when AQ drops a new class, they get buffed within a week. Examples of this are Virus Doom Knight and Arcana Invoker, where the classes came out and they got buffed, a week later due to feedback. Now, there's like a 90% chance that Martial Artist will be getting buffed soon enough. So this video is kind of like, initial thoughts about Martial Artist. Now, if the class does get buffed and there's like a significant change, I'll probably make a video showing, buffed Martial Artists. But until then, it's kind of like an initial thoughts on the class video. So, so about Martial Artists, there's been great martial artists over the years, Bruce Lee, Son Goku, Draymond Green, etc. Now, there's a martial artist in AQ Worlds. At least a class anyways. So yeah, guys, as you know, with these overviews, how to get the class, enhancements and combos, soloing capabilities, farming capabilities, support capabilities, and the pros and cons, and then the final verdict. Alright then, let's get started on how to get the class. Alright guys, so how to obtain martial artists? Well, there's two ways. One, you could farm for it, which will give you the access to the, complete the quest. Quest will just show, yeah, you could like, do the quest. I'm hearing that it took people about like minimum 3 hours, maximum 6 hours to farm the class. That's if you want to go the farming route. And there's a pay to win method where you could just buy the class for 2k ACs. As you can see right here, I bought the chest. So you can get this class for 2k ACs. So yeah, those are the only two ways you could obtain the class. Now, let's get started with the enhancements and combos. Alright guys, we're back. Now for the build, this is what we're going to be rocking with. For weapon, if you have Valiant, if you do have Valiant, use it. But its primary enhancement is Ravenous, but I'm still not done with Ravenous. If you don't have access to Forge, you can use Mana Vamp or Awe Blast. Lucky because this class crits. Vanglory for extra damage, and Anima for more hit chance as well. You can also use Vim in base Forge, but if we're talking about DPS wise, Anima's the way to go. Now, for these soloing parts, I am using a 75% weapon. Now, this class does have, two builds. This class has a DPS build and a dodge build, similar to like Yami no Ronin. Now let's go over the class skills. This class has an auto attack, which you do have to press. It won't press by itself. Must be pressed in order to use. Now I'm about to show the rest of the skills. Pause if you want to. So yeah, that's basically it. Now I'm going to show two clips. The first clip is going to be, the DPS build, and then the next clip I'm about to show is like, the dodge build to go with. Now for your combo, this is kind of like quite long, kind of like my cock. So yeah, for your combo, you kind of want to do like 2 to 3 rotations of 3, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 3, 1, 1, 4, 1, 1. Then back to that. do that rotation about, 2 to 3 times. And then you could just press 5 and then you just spam your 1. Now this class is, relying on ping and whatnot, so do keep that in mind. They all have, different stacks. They're here, Gorilla plus Zard, crit damage. And whatnot. This class, it's easy to forget its combos at times. But, once you got the hang of it, this class, that's alright. This class is doing, decent damage, but, we are wearing, you know, we are wearing a 75% weapon. That's how it is. I just don't like the mana model of the auto attack being, 50 mana. Is it just me, or just I don't really like it all that much? This class is like quite, no, the class's combos are like quite hard to learn at times, but once you got the hang of it, be just fine. And then we're just gonna press 1, and then we're just gonna do this right here. So yeah, guys, this is kind of like the DPS combo. If you want max DPS. Now this class is damage. Now, keep in mind, I don't have Ravenous. If we did, I would probably be doing about like 10k, maybe 13k right now. Heard this class can like reach up to that, like the likes of 20k, but oh, we just hit 10k. We just hit 10k again. There we go. Now we could just do this. Yeah, in about like 3 minutes we were able to do it with like, could do a lot of damage and whatnot. So yeah, let's try it out. Let's try out the dodge build. Alright guys, now for the dodge build, just, Vim for less mana consumption, and Thief, to weave. We're still linking around with Lucky and Valiant. Now this class does have a dodge build. We're gonna test it out against one of the more, one-shot, two-shot bosses in the game, Legion Lichlord, with the same 75% to Undead. Now, for your combo, you kind of want to do 4, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 3, 1, 1. Repeat that. 3, 1, 1. And after that, you could just 5 and then, spam. Now, this class's dodge is actually quite impressive. And it's like, this class's dodge is actually, wow. So yeah, I mean, this dodge build is actually, you know, quite nice. Still don't like the 50, mana model though. I think that shit's still pretty ass. But yeah, it's actually put it into work against Legion Luchor to the point you could basically have 100% dodge. It's like I have not gotten touched once, which should be a goal for all. I mean, wow, it's just yep with this yep dodge. So yeah, this is gonna take a while. So let me just cut off here and by saying this class, this is the dodge build for the class. Alright, quite nice, but unless you want like solos that like take a while, you know, it's good. It's a good solo, I'll give it that. Now let's move on to the farming capabilities. Alright guys, let's see about its farming. Now in terms of farming, I mean, you know, it could like one shot, two shot and whatnot, but it's just that number one, its auto attack is short ranged. And number two, you're gonna be waiting this long. Like, I do not recommend this class for farming at all. It's like that goes for any single targeting class. Like farming classes, at least in my opinion, are just like multi-hit targets like Revenant, Dragon of Time, Arcana Invoker, etc. So yeah, do not use this class for farming at all. Now, in terms of support, I mean, you could, I mean, with the stance combinations, you could probably get like, Gorilla mixed with, could do some damage resistance, DOT resistance, and whatnot. But there's like classes that do like way better support. Like its support is alright, but if we're looking at compared to like Lord of Order, Arch Paladin, Stone Crusher, etc., nah, it doesn't really compare. Alright, guys, let's go on with the pros and cons and the final verdict. So, yeah, guys, that's basically, been, we've seen its farming capabilities. It's not a farmer, its DPS capabilities. Now, let's go over the pros and cons. The pros of the class, actually. I mean, it has a, unique way of, getting back mana through the stances, through the frogs art, through the stances, and the concentration. It could reach decent numbers of DPS. I'm hearing that people have reached 20k with it. I'm not sure if that's potless or not. Seen earlier, I hit like 10k with it. I would have hit more if I had Ravens, just saying. And, it's a decent, at the moment, before it eventually gets buffed, it's a decent soloer. It's a bit slow, but it's still a decent soloer nonetheless. Now, for the cons, I'll say another thing about the pros. I mean, you know, the farm for it is not that bad. 3 hour farm doesn't sound that bad. Now, actually, for the cons. Now, for your cons, um, this class only has one way of attack, and that's through its short range auto attack that you have to press. You know, a bit. like a slow soloer. It's a bit, it's hard to learn. It's one of those cases where it's hard to learn, but once you get hang of it, it's easy to master. And its support, it doesn't really offer that much. So it's kind of like overall, you know, at the moment, this is like before it gets eventually buffed because it's like a high chance next week it will get buffed. How it is right now, me personally, I don't really like the class. It's just like I don't like if it were to get buffed, it's kind of like I kind of want the pummel to be reduced to either 15 to like 30. The stances to have more effects. And this may be like a bit of like a long shot, but like maybe, just maybe the concentration can like heal allies, or maybe I know some people look at me and be like, okay, that's pushing it a bit, BDR, but it would be nice, that would kind of like put a bump up in its, support capabilities. I don't really feel like this class, in my opinion, I don't think this class deserves the title of like late game. This class feels more mid game than late game at the moment. Maybe when this class gets buffed, we could see it. You could see it like actually, be at least in a late game class. I don't see this class being used in ultras, by the way. Fuck no. Um, so yeah, my final verdict of this class is it's all right for now. I'm just gonna say let's just wait for it to get buffed. Otherwise, I kind of agree with the comments saying that it's kind of like not the comments, but the reception that it's a bank class as of right now. Master bank artists. Shove that shit into the bank. I'll even give you guys an example. Where is it? This is how some people feel right now. Alright guys, that's basically been the video. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, and obviously when the class does get buffed, and it actually has significant changes, I'll revisit it obviously and make like a buffed martial artist video. But until then, maybe it is a bank class, a mid-tier bank class. So yeah, make sure to like, share, subscribe for more content, and yeah, hi guys, out.